Ladies and gentlemen, I am completely shook. Another trade going down in the NHL this afternoon as the New Jersey Devils have traded Alexander Holtz and Akira Schmid to the Vegas Golden Knights for Paul Cotter and a third-round pick. Some are saying, rightfully so, that this is the fleece of the offseason so far. I am absolutely shook. As someone who's not a fan of either team, more than just being a hockey fan, I am absolutely shook to my core that the Devils trade the former, 7th overall pick, just is it 4 years ago? In Alexander Holtz, who people were saying, Devils fans were excited that he wasn't part of the Markstrom trade, and he ends up going with Schmid, a good goalie, in a package that gets you a bottom 6, middle 6 forward. The 7th overall pick in 2020, Alexander Holtz, being traded to Vegas in a deal that makes you question why it even had to happen. Vegas, moving out Thompson, says we want better assurance between the pipes for a backup goalie to Adin Hill. We'll get Akira Schmid. Fine. Schmid for a third, whatever. That would make perfect sense. Thompson for 2/3, then Schmid for a third. That makes sense. But Holtz essentially gets you Paul Cotter then? As much as he hasn't been living up to the hype of the 7th overall pick just yet, the man is 22 and had his first full rookie season in which he scored 16 goals and 28 points. These were not bad numbers. These were not bad numbers at all. So the Devils move out one of their better prospects. Even if he was going down, his stock was going down. They move out one of their better prospects. The man they drafted 7th overall in 2020. They passed up on Quinn, Rossi, Perfetti, Lundell, whoever else. They draft Alex Holtz. And they end up moving him in a deal that gets them Paul Cotter and a third-round pick. Not to mention Akira Schmid, who at one point was looking like an incredible 1B, potentially, for their goaltending. But now they have Markstrom. They don't need to have Schmid there anymore. And they get Paul Cotter and a third-round pick to move on. It is the signing rights to Akira Schmid. I guess you can take that in consideration. But still, and this is Dabrowski in here saying, for those in the audience, I'm literally Schmid's biggest fan, and this will greatly influence the rest of my life. Jeremy, welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, Dabrowski is very shook. He's in a pool of tears at the moment. So now, Schmid, if we go to the Devils and just say, hold on, already Holtz makes no sense to me, but Schmid on top of this, Akira Schmid, he's been up and down between the NHL and the AHL. He's appeared in 43 games. He's appeared in almost 40 over the last couple of years, pretty much. This past season was not great, going 5-9-1, 895 save percentage. Utica comments, didn't look good either, 9-8-5. But why not just let him walk? If you're not content with him, if you don't want to keep him, just let him walk. You don't need to trade him. The onus is on Vegas to get themselves a goaltender. So they get a 24-year-old goalie who has shown the potential to be a 1B, but who could definitely be a backup, an okay backup. They get a prospect who was drafted 7th overall. They get a first-round pick value in 2020. And all they got to give up is Paul Cotter and a third to do it. I have no idea how this makes sense for New Jersey. They didn't need to trade Akira Schmid. Paul Cotter, yes, he's 24. He's also young. He had a 25-point season, but his ceiling is what? Third line forward? Alex Holtz, his ceiling could be a top 6 sniper. I am so confused by this as Paul Cotter goes to New Jersey with a third, and the Devils the Vegas Golden Knights get to have the 7th overall pick of 2020, who's still only 22, who had a 16-goal rookie season. And all it takes is them a depth forward and a depth pick. So it's a great piece of business by Vegas, as they also fill the hole left by Logan Thompson. And they also get to add a prospect to their system, which is desperately needed as they've traded out so many of their first-round picks in recent years. Alex Holtz, what kind of minutes was he playing? 11:38 per night, 16 goals while playing 11 and a half minutes is not bad. 44 hits, a hit every other night. I don't know. Yeah, the hit isn't probably what I need to analyze. But just to say, he's been okay. His ice time has been limited at times. He hasn't always been given the greatest opportunities. He hasn't always looked great. That I acknowledge. But it cannot be that this is the only value that he holds. That you're able to pick up Paul Cotter, who is a depth bottom 6, middle 6 at best, third line guy, throws way more physical. So you get a physical bottom 6 forward in New Jersey. Are they just going for a push right here, right now? We need guys today. You get a physical third, fourth liner, very good physical ability, has a bit of a scoring touch to him, and you get a third. to get some value for signing rights. So even if you take Schmid out of this deal, even if it's Alex Holtz for a third and Paul Cotter, Devils fans were excited that he wasn't a part of the last few trades that the Devils have made in recent history, including the Markstrom deal. And he ends up going now for peanuts. I need to hear more from this. I got to see some sort of press release. I got to hear something from the GM, Fitzgerald. I don't understand. Anything else here? In nothing. Just people are a bit shook, and the insiders are a bit shook as well. Think what you will of Alex Holtz. Wasting the value of a 7th overall pick like this is an absolute gut punch to fans who suffered through that terrible season in 1920. It's true. The Devils went through such a horrible season in 1920 to get that pick, and it turns into Paul Cotter and a third. Is that not? That's even crazier when you take that into consideration. They went through so much to get that horrible that top 7 pick, and it turns into a bottom 6, at best, maybe a third liner, and a 3rd round pick. Even Schmid, as much as you might say, okay, his value was negative at this point, or not even negative, just it was none at this point. He was going to be walking for nothing. Vegas has value for him. Could you not have gotten more if you shopped this package to another team? Even without Schmid, if you're shopping Holtz straight up, could you not have gotten a 2nd at this draft to get a 3rd and Paul? I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding the market well enough, but I'm shook. Is he in this team yet? No, he's not there just yet. Wow, what are we thinking down here in the comments, ladies and gentlemen? So all that to say, I'm totally flabbergasted by this move, as Alex Holtz will be a prospect in Vegas's system with a 1B / just a B goaltender in Akira Schmid to back up Adin Hill for 1 more year. And it costs Vegas essentially nothing. Some pick swaps going on in the NHL as well. Vegas, with Paul Cotter gone, their forward core is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's with Cotter gone, right? That's even with Chandler Stevenson as a UFA. So they need to have, like, the money is not a big deal. If we go to look at the New Jersey Devils, and I get a refresher here on Paul Cotter's contract, Paul Cotter is making $775K for 2 more years. So is it that his value, that his contract is so cheap that increases his value by so much? I guess, but I still don't see where the bridge can be made to say the guy we drafted at 7, at the very least, even if he's going to continue to be down this bust trajectory, do you not want to at least hang on to the 22-year-old that you killed yourself to get at 7th overall and hope that something better comes from him, or hope that better value might be around the corner for him, instead of saying, no, let's cut our losses now, let's get a bottom 6 forward, let's get a 3rd round pick, and let's move on? Am I just misunderstanding this, or what? Yeah, lots of trades going on today. Yikes, Devils, lots of trades. Trying to understand the Devils' point of view, but I'm pretty lost, not going to lie. Same here. Instant reaction and analysis, this is what it is. Instantly confused and trying to analyze something. I don't know. I wouldn't say Alex Holtz is top 6 right now. It's top 6 potential. And Schmid has been bad. He's had bad numbers in the AHL even. So I wouldn't call him a starting goalie either. I'd say top 9 forward who could be a top 6, and a backup goalie who could be a 1B. I don't see Schmid being a starter, and I don't know. But Holtz, the jury's out on Holtz. Holtz could be a first liner someday. I'm not saying I think he will be, but I'm saying the potential is there for him to be that. Is it possible Holtz and Schmid had some issues and were looking to leave New Jersey? Yeah, I think that's possible. But could you not have gotten more value even if that's true? I feel like other teams would have been more interested in Alex Holtz. Are teams just taking the first thing they can get, kind of like how Steve Yzerman gave up a 2nd to dump Jake Wallman when other teams were saying, hey, we would have taken him? Are teams just going too quickly to get deals done and to move on to the next thing that they want to do? So we go back to Vegas now. In Vegas's system, they don't really have many prospects. All their first-round picks have been traded in recent history. If you go to Vegas's history, of all their first-round picks ever, now they have Alex Holtz added to the system. Edstrom's still here, but then Zach Dean gone. Blisson is here. That's 2. So Blisson and Holtz are the 2 first-round prospects they still have on their team. Krebs gone, Glass gone, Suzuki gone, Brandstrom gone. So if I'm Vegas, I'm dancing in the streets. Yeah, it could definitely be a second line winger of the future for sure in Vegas. So Vegas is over the moon right now. Never heard of Paul Cotter. Paul Cotter is a very good depth forward. Not to say depth like healthy scratch kind of guy. I'm saying like a guy who's like consistently there night in, night out in your bottom 6. I don't know if he's in that Nick Paul territory, that Barclay Goodrow territory at his best, but at league minimum and getting, let's go back to Cotter, actually on the hockey reference here, league minimum to be putting up 20 some points and over 200 hits, 233 hits in 76 games while scoring 25 points. That has value. That definitely has value. He's not a no-name fourth liner. He has a good deal of value to his name. But for Holtz, even forget Schmid, again, just for Holtz, I don't get it. This, yeah, exactly. One of those trades where the EAAI says our fans will be dancing in the streets. Absolutely. So all I have to say, I'm shook. Devils fans, I think you're shook as well. Yeah, there's what Darren Dreger had to say. That's about it. Not much else. I don't think Jay Fresh put out any cards just yet. That's it. Nick Paul, if he could be a third line center like a Nick Paul kind of guy, that works out fine. So I want to look up. I don't think Jay Fresh put anything, but I just want to pull it up quickly just in case. And, you know, this is our third live stream of the day just for trades. I'm sure there's going to be more. I'm still working on the Demidov simulation. It's year number 16 of Demidov's career. No, nothing yet from Jay Fresh on those cards. Yeah, very excited about Koivu's son in Montreal. Vegas back at it again. Look at that. So, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to not miss out on any other breaking news live streams as we continue to go through the NHL off season. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And I really want to hear your thoughts down here in the comments. What is New Jersey thinking? Try and rationalize this, please. Think of it from New Jersey's point of view if you have to. Try and rationalize this. I do not understand how this can make sense whatsoever. I don't get it. And then, yeah, he's good. Vinny's good. Vinny's a good prospect. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me for the breaking news live stream. Holtz and Schmid to Vegas for Cotter in a third. I'm shook. What's Doggy saying here? Where did Kiviharu go to? Oh, Kiviharu got drafted? I didn't see where he went. Still more trades to go. Yeah, still 50 picks left. Still more trades to go for sure. But I gotta hear more points of view on this. I can't rationalize it, honestly, even from New Jersey's side. I can't rationalize this as Golden Gamer. I'm with you. I'm with you there. Kiviharu went to Minnesota. That's great for Minnesota. Good, very good value into their system on defense as well. As they don't have much, right? As we said yesterday in our live stream. So I'll end it there. We'll be live soon enough. Keep an eye out in 4 hours, 5 hours from now. The Demidov simulation is going to be coming your way. Thanks everybody for being here. I cannot believe this move. This is the fleece of the offseason so far. I'm booking it right here. Sometimes I go ahead and say it. Jeannot for a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. I wasn't afraid to say it. Fleece. Holtz and Schmid for Cotter in a third. I'm not afraid to say it. Fleece. Will Cotter be a good piece in New Jersey? Will he fit well in that lineup? Absolutely. Was it worth what Alex Holtz was starting to show us? I don't think so whatsoever. And Vegas is very happy to have their new backup goaltender and a future prospect to throw in their systems. They don't have that much going on already. And Poggi going to the Canes in the fifth round. That was a bit of a drop as well. All right, I'll end it there. Thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you when the next live stream, which could be any minute now. Subscribe to not miss out on any of it. Join us in Discord server, link in the description to talk more hockey, and we'll talk soon.